Hello, my name is Chris Hamilton, and this is the first in a series of podcasts that I will be doing for my New Testament religion course at BYU-Idaho. This video's topic is the Martyrdom of Stephen. I'll be sharing my thoughts on Stephen's last words, as well as relating this passage to other parts of the scriptures and our current dispensation. The scriptures that I will be primarily going over are found in Acts chapter 7, verses 51 through 60. In this passage, Stephen is talking to the men who are about to stone him. He bears testimony before he is put to death. In verses 51 and 52, Stephen says, "Ye stiff-necked and uncircumcised in heart and ears, ye do always resist the Holy Ghost, as your fathers did, so do ye. Which of the prophets have not your fathers persecuted? And they have slain them which shewed before of the coming of the Just One, of whom ye have been now the betrayers and murderers." I feel that Stephen wasn't so much scolding his persecutors in this section, but showing sympathy for their hardened hearts. It is just as important that we show love towards those that oppose us today. In verse 52, Stephen mentioned the persecution of past prophets. This is something that we see throughout all dispensations. John the Baptist was killed for his teachings, and it wasn't long after that Christ, the Just One, was crucified. Looking at the Book of Mormon, we see Abinadi meeting a similar fate in Mosiah chapter 17. Lehi, Nephi, and just about every other Book of Mormon prophet also faced persecution from the very people that they were trying to help. Looking into modern times, we see Joseph Smith dealing with the exact same things: persecution, unjust treatment, and eventually martyrdom. To a lesser extreme, we see opposition to our prophet today. Anyone who has been to General Conference has seen the Temple Square protesters. What I find truly sad about this passage is the response Stephen received. Instead of taking heed to what was said, his persecutors took offense and responded with harsh words. In my mind, I viewed this as a borderline riot. You know, kind of like the cast of Jersey Shore on a day-to-day basis. Nobody willing to listen to what is being said, and everyone is just waiting for an excuse to go nuts. Anyways, the main lesson that I gathered from this section is that it is important to be ready to bear testimony at any time, at any cost. In his talk from the April 2009 General Conference priesthood session titled "Man Down," President Henry B. Eyring directed the following remarks towards the young Aaronic priesthood holders in regards to home teaching. Your contribution during the visit may seem to you small, but it can be more powerful than you may think possible. You will show by your face and manner that you care for the people. They will see that your love for them and the Lord makes you unafraid, and you will be bold enough to bear your testimony to truth. Your humble, simple, and perhaps brief testimony may touch the heart of a person more easily than that of your more experienced companion. I have seen it happen. In his last moments of life, Stephen bore a very important testimony. He looked up into heaven and saw that Jesus Christ was not only alive, but standing at the right hand of God. Centuries later, Joseph Smith would see Christ standing in the same position. Stephen's last words were a plea to Christ that the sin these men were about to commit would not be held against them. Honestly, I doubt I could make such a plea if I was being stoned to death. Going back to Abinadi, we see that he also bore strong testimony before his death. In Mosiah chapter 17, verse 9, he said, "I say unto you, I will not recall the words which I have spoken unto you concerning this people, for they are true. And that ye may know of their surety, I have suffered myself, that I have fallen into your hands." He is then burned to death. In closing, I offer one simple thought. Would you die for your testimony?